Have you ever opened your Downloads folder and just, sighed? You know, that digital graveyard of random files we all seem to have. Well, today we're diving into an AI tool called FileSense that promises to clean up that chaos for good by sorting your files based on what they actually mean.
We all know exactly how it happens. You download one PDF, then a screenshot, then another report, and before you know it, your Downloads folder has turned into this absolute digital junkyard. It's that one place on your computer where files go to be forgotten.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It's that chaotic mix of work stuff, personal documents, random images, code snippets, all just thrown together in one giant pile. It's a universal problem.
But what if there was a way to organize all this mess, not just by name or date, but by what the files are actually about? Well, that's exactly where this new tool, FileSense, comes into the picture.
And this is the absolute game changer. FileSense couldn't care less what a file is named or what its extension is. It uses AI to literally read and understand the content inside your documents, sorting them based on their true topic.
I mean, think about the difference for a second. We're all used to the old way, right? Sorting alphabetically or by date. But FileSense, it can look at a document filled with SQL code and just know it belongs in your coding projects folder. Or it can see a paper about Isaac Newton and file it away under physics. It's a totally new way of thinking about organization.
Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds like magic, but it's actually some really clever technology working behind the scenes. So let's pull back the curtain and see how the sausage is made. So the main idea is something called semantic sorting. And semantic is just a fancy word for related to meaning. The AI uses a technique called transformer embeddings. You can think of it like this. It reads a sentence, and then it turns the meaning of that sentence into a specific point on a giant map. Things with similar meanings get placed really close together on that map, which is how the computer starts to understand context.
The actual brain of this whole operation is a specific AI model called sentence transformers. Think of it as a super-powered reader. It's the thing that scans the text from all your documents and creates those meaning coordinates we just talked about. This allows the system to figure out that, hey, a document about billing and another one about receipts are probably related and belong together.
Okay, so once the file's meaning is turned into numbers, how does it find the right folder so darn fast? That's where something called FAST comes in. It's basically a hyper-efficient digital librarian. It has an index of all your folder topics, and it can search through it almost instantly to find the perfect home for your new file. It's incredibly quick.
Okay, hold on a minute. This is all great for text documents, but what about the millions of scanned receipts or contracts or just random screenshots we all have saved? They're just pictures, right? How in the world can the AI read those?
This is where the computer gets a pair of eyes. It's a technology called OCR, which stands for Optical Character Recognition. It's been around for a while, but it's gotten really good. It scans an image, finds any words on it, and converts them into actual text the computer can read. So now, even that blurry photo of a receipt can be understood and filed away perfectly.
So let's put it all together. Here's the play-by-play. A new file lands in your folder. First, the system scans it and pulls out all the text, using OCR if it's an image. Then, the AI compares that text to the topics of your existing folders. And if it finds a strong enough match, in this case, a similarity score of 0.45 or higher, poof, it automatically moves the file to its new perfectly organized home.
Okay, so we've geeked out on the tech under the hood, which is super cool. But what does all of this actually mean for you as a user? How does this thing actually feel to use day to day?
Let's break down what you actually get. First, your files are organized by topic, not just random names. Second, even your scanned documents and screenshots finally get sorted. Third, it has a real-time watcher, so new downloads are organized the second they arrive. And maybe the most important feature of all, it's all done offline. Everything happens on your machine, so none of your private data is ever sent to the cloud. Total privacy. And this is built to be really practical. It's fast, it can handle a bunch of files at the same time, and it's not just for tech wizards. It has a simple little desktop app with start and stop buttons. You can just minimize it to your system tray, let it run quietly in the background, and it'll just keep things tidy for you, without you even having to think about it.
So as we wrap things up here, it's worth taking a step back and thinking about the bigger picture, because this is about more than just a clean downloads folder.
You see, tools like FileSense, they really represent a major shift in computing. We are moving away from computers that just store our information to computers that actually understand our information. They're becoming less like digital filing cabinets and more like true partners in managing our digital lives.
And that leaves us with one last pretty mind-blowing thought to chew on. If our computers can truly understand the content of our documents, what comes next? Could they start to anticipate what we need, or automatically summarize our research, or even find hidden connections between ideas that we might have missed ourselves? The potential here is just massive.